Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Vinod toti maatladara?
Sir.
Vinod.
Sir.
Vinod Krishna toti maatladara antunna.
నిన్న మాట చెప్పాను సార్, నేను షెడ్యూల్ చెప్పా 11 to ఫస్ట్ మీరు టాక్ ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత ప్రెజెంటేషన్ తర్వాత ఆయన స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పి షెడ్యూల్ మొత్తం చెప్పాను ఆయనకి. హి సెడ్ ఓకే. I will ask request him to join at 11 AM. That's fine.
నేను co-host చేస్తా ఇప్పుడు.
Yes sir.
Okay.
The meeting start అయినాక in settings you can start recording in online sir.
చేసేసాను నేను, ఆటోమేటిక్ పెట్టాను. ఇట్ ఈస్ గెటింగ్ రికార్డెడ్ ఇన్ అక్కడే ఎక్కడ మన క్లౌడ్ లో
స్టార్టెడ్ రికార్డింగ్. yes sir. cloud yes sir.
నేను సెట్టింగ్స్ డిఫాల్ట్ సెట్టింగ్స్ ఐ కెప్ట్ రికార్డింగ్ క్లౌడ్.
అదే మొత్తం రికార్డ్ పెట్టేసాక we can edit that whatever required, then we'll upload it to YouTube after editing. Yes sir. Snigdha also joined sir.
Yes.
Yes sir, good morning sir. Sir, actually Wi-Fi is disturbed. I tried to fix it right now.
Okay.
Actually electricity is coming and going. They have a power backup, but Wi-Fi immediately gets disconnected when the power gets cut off. Yes sir.
Sir, please make her also co-host.
I am doing.
Yes sir. And in settings we will make everybody to unmute and put their videos on sir themselves, so that we will control. If somebody is making noise we will mute them.
That's what I have muted everyone. So
no sir, we will allow them to control themselves. That's okay. Otherwise they are not able to do. Last Sunday we had to make them
just share. I will change the settings.
We have to make them co-host to do that. Otherwise they were not able to do.
No, you can actually unmute now. See, you click the participant and whoever you want to unmute, you can unmute.
Okay sir, got it.
If not, I'm security, I will do that. Meeting settings. అది ఆన్ అయ్యే ఉంది. సో everyone can unmute themselves and
okay sir. Yes sir.
షేర్ స్క్రీన్ కూడా మీరు co-host చేయండి ఆయన రాగానే.
Share screen also they can do. Okay.
So అంటే Vinod, if you make Vinod co-host, then he will be able to share the screen.
Done sir. Once he join, we'll I think only you have the rights to make co-host sir. Only
ట్రై నువ్వు ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయి. పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ క్లిక్ చేసి దాని మీద 3 బటన్స్ క్లిక్ చేయి. Co-host కూడా ఉంటారు.
అదే సార్, ఇంకా ఎవరు జాయిన్ అవ్వాలా? ఐ ట్రై సార్.
స్నిగ్ధాకి ట్రై చేయండి.
స్నిగ్ధ co-host is already co-host, but I can't do anything, sir.
ఒక్క నిమిషం.
Co-host ని తీయడం కానీ చేయడం కానీ అవ్వదు. హోస్ట్ ఓన్లీ
ఒక్క
హోస్ట్
నిమిషం.
can do.
ఇప్పుడు చూడు, స్నిగ్ధాకి ఇప్పుడు చేసి చూడు.
Snigdha, I can't remove co-host or I can
I
remove.
removed her co-host.
I can remove ఉంది. Co-host నుంచి తీయటానికి లేదు. Or host చేయడం. Maybe we'll see, sir. Once one participant joins, we'll see. Shravanti madam joined. So now I'll see, sir, whether I can make madam. No, sir, I can't make co-host.
All right. సరే, ఇలా చేస్తాను. ఒక్క నిమిషము, నేను
Yes.
మిమ్మల్ని హోస్ట్ చేసేస్తా. ఓకే,
Yes,
దాని
sir.
తర్వాత మీరు అన్ని కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
Ah.
అది బెటర్ కదా.
Okay, sir.
ఓకే, ఐ మేడ్ యూ హోస్ట్.
Yes, sir.
Now
Now I
you
can make co-host, sir. Madam is also co-host. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, ma'am.
Signa, check your lighting. You sit opposite to the light. You are little dark.
Yes, sir, I'm fixing it.
Change your
Yeah.
position towards the light side.
లిటిల్ డార్క్ గా అసలు ఏం కనిపిస్తలేదు.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. నేను డ్రైవింగ్ లో ఉన్నా, సో మొబైల్ లో ఉంటా. ఓకే కదా?
No problem.
Yeah,
madam.
yeah.
No problem.
ఓకే.
Actually, I'm requesting all our colleagues to join and mute and put off their videos. At least numbers I want to show to the guest speaker.
అంతే అంతే, కరెక్ట్.
You're muted, sir. Okay. Now better, madam. You can keep the camera. Yes. Or you can add some books, madam. Some books or something to elevate that camera position.
Yes, sir, I've done that.
Add some more. This is better than last times. Add some more if required.
Yeah, sir, I last also added that. I
and,
have only one diary.
And this position is good, but when you are interacting, look at the camera, not to the screen. Look to the camera.
Actually, in my laptop, the camera is downwards.
So you look to the camera while
Okay,
doing.
sir. Yes, sir, I will do that.
Even now you are looking to screen only. Always target that. If you have to see something in the screen, then only see. And when you are not interacting, put off the video. That's okay. Once your video is on, look into the camera. That actually, this is good. Look to the camera. That's it. When you're that will be good. Keep your vote of thanks in mobile if required, and put edges into the camera. You can read that directly. That will help. Okay, madam.
Snigdha, while giving vote of thanks, don't make it formal. All right. So whatever comes to you, extempore, say vote of thanks. Vote of thanks is like just thanking everyone who participated. All right, and especially the guest speaker for his whatever valuable contributions he has talked about. And if some parent or student has responded, then thank them also. So that's all. So don't worry about reading a vote of thanks. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And this is like a family, so don't worry.
Yes, sir.
It's only us and one guest speaker, and guest speaker is our family, isn't it? That is the reason he's joining us.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Thank you
And
for
others are our students only. So there is nothing that goes wrong. All right. So it's a formality that we do, and it is one important thing because we have to conclude. We have to conclude something, isn't it? Something happening. So just say thanks to everyone. That's all.
Yes, sir.
And how was the response on your Instagram? Any new likes?
Yes,
want
sir.
new
It has.
people?
Yes, sir. Actually, I shared everywhere. So Instagram there is like.
Yeah, you should ask your seniors who you are requesting to come here and present. No, ask them to come and see the presentation, participate in this, so that they get a hangover of what they should be doing.
Yes, sir. I have conveyed that message also.
Only 4 of us are. The head of the family are here, that's all.
Slowly they are joining, sir. 11:15 will start. 11:10 to 11:15.
Just give me a minute. Okay, I will introduce Chetana once she is connected. She is an architect, Chetana Jain, Drumataru Associates.
Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chetana.
Thanks for sending me the invite so that I could join.
Yeah, actually, you should do this program for us sometime whenever you are free, no, any Saturdays. We will
Yes,
schedule.
yes. I'd be more than happy.
Good, good. I'll just introduce you to our associate professor Kanaka Nageshwar Rao.
Yeah.
And then our assistant professor Snigdha.
Okay.
So,
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, Andy.
and Snigdha.
Good morning, ma'am.
Right, so I'm not switching on the cam.
So,
Good morning, sir.
Vinod garu.
yeah, hi Vinod.
How are you?
It's nice that you have accepted the invitation and
Thank you, sir. It's always pleasure to
Yeah.
Uh,
Chetana, Vinod, actually Snigdha will introduce Vinod, but just for you, a special invitation. Vinod is architect from Andhra University, so our junior, my junior, and he's doing very good in visualization, one of the
Okay.
best firms in Hyderabad.
Oh,
And yeah, so
oh. Yeah. Hi,
definitely,
Vinod. Pleasure to meet you.
a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
yeah. And Chetana is my schoolmate.
Okay.
So she studied in JNFU architecture. I am sorry, yeah, JNFU had architecture, and 8th, 9th, 10th we studied in the
Okay.
same school, St. Anthony's, Himayat Nagar, Ashok Nagar actually.
Yeah, Ashok Nagar. Precisely.
Okay. So when did you pass out, sir, basically?
First batch, I'm from first batch, 94.
Okay. Right. So we'll do that. So do you
Yeah.
think we should wait for a few minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
We have,
We'll wait,
yeah.
sir. Problem.
In fact,
Basic-
I was having this interaction with the one architect from Turkey, Vinod.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of work in parametric architecture.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And I happened to see a few of his works, you know. It was really nice that, you know, they have transitioned from our kind of drawings and 2Ds to 3D modeling completely.
Yes, I mean, see, this industry is very young industry, ma'am, actually.
True.
And it's a very young industry and it's innovating like a crazy. I mean, every
Yes.
year there's a new technology coming in, and every year it's new learning. This is a new experience for everything.
Actually.
And things are getting very excited, and future is very good for this one. And let's see how it goes. And people are doing very good stuff in this industry. I mean, so inspiring.
Yes, it's really inspiring because, you know, then I thought while I was watching his presentation, client interaction becomes very easy because, you know, you are able to give them the visual feel of what exactly things could look. And then for us also as an experiment, when we try working with curves and shells, it's very, very comfortable because we understand where the point of failure can come or
Yes,
where a
ma'am,
flexure can be
exactly.
defined. So I was really thinking, you know, I was so excited. I said, okay, I must upgrade myself to learning this now.
Yes, I mean, there is an easier way of getting into this, and there is a harder way to getting into this. So there are few things, but we do very advanced level for you. It's entry level should be fine enough, which you can solve the
Yeah.
problem easily, basically.
True.
That's one of the most important thing. Yeah. And there are some beautiful artists who takes to the next level of what they are doing in their field.
Correct. So, you know, I am like, I think it's not too old to learn. So I would definitely love to learn this.
We are never old to learn anything, man.
Yeah.
It's just it's a new thing. It's a new software
Yeah.
to add to the list.
So I happen to be in IIM Bangalore for the last 6 months. And I have been seeing the kind of startups that come there, you know, they're full of such beautiful ideas, and especially the visual reality, I think, and AI, they are doing humongous work. And it's a
Right now,
pleasure to watch them.
there's something called Mid Journey, which is hitting a lot right now. You should check out. You just type Mid Journey in Google, and you will see AI generated images, art. All you have to do is just type few words saying that, okay, I want a sea and I want a boat on the sea. I want a person on the boat with the huge clouds. You just type it and it will generate the image for you within seconds.
Okay.
And it has to be, so people are going crazy on that. If you can see the Mid Journey images, beautiful images. All you have to do is type perfectly what you want. That's it.
Okay. Can you just put me the site on the chat box, please, so that I can
Yeah, I'll
just.
do that one. Just a
I think
second.
that will be helpful for the others also.
Yeah, I'll just put it. I never draw. Just give me a second. I did share. called Mid Journey, and
Yeah, I got it, got it.
there is something called
Midjourney.com. Okay,
yes,
great.
and there is DALI AI as well, which does the same thing. It's called DALI. It's an open AI. This is also the same similar, but they for architecture we are using a lot. But again, you have to be very specific. For example, you have to say that I want a wall of 10 feet and I want a window in that one with 3 feet sill and 5 feet height of window. You have to type each and everything so to get it perfect. See?
Yeah. It's
So
it's more like keying in the details properly, and then you get
yes,
what you want.
yes.
Okay, that's great.
This is an AI industry, and but it gives us ideas basically. It just throws ideas on usability.
That's nice. I mean, I think I should congratulate Sunil on getting you on board. I mean, I don't know for the others, but this has been a new learning for the day for me.
Yeah, I mean, there are very many things. I mean, there are things happening so aggressively, so wildly. It's beautiful what they are doing with the technology right now. It's a beautiful time
I'll
to be alive.
definitely connect with you, Vinod, because for the kind of work we do, I think I will definitely need your help. And
Sure, definitely, man.
support.
Anytime, please. Yeah, anytime you can just, I'll just leave my number after the call.
Yeah,
You can just call me anytime. I'll be here.
Sure. So my connect is with Sunil, so you could probably, just
Sure, ma'am,
send
definitely.
across your coordinates. That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
So are we good to go? Okay, I think how many? Just 17 participants.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Vinod and I'm a BR student. I was architect before. Now I do 3D rendering for architects around the globe and in Hyderabad, basically. So I started my journey as an architect, but I used to do a lot. I used to spend a lot of time on presentation, then designing the building. In a moment, I'm going to show you how I used to do the presentation, basically, maybe by hand, not by the computer, but just the hand-drawn sketches. So that's how my career started, and one of my professor hired me to do the 3D.
Vinod,
Yeah.
let Snigdha introduce you. That would be a good thing, formal.
Yeah, okay.
Snigdha is waiting for that, actually.
Yes, sir. Okay, a very good morning and a warm welcome to everyone. So my name is Architect Snigdha Roy, and I am working as assistant professor in Geetam School of Architecture, Hyderabad campus. As
Yes, Snigdha, you are on mute.
I don't know, somebody muted me. Okay. 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 So very good morning to all of you. A warm welcome who have joined the webinar. So my name is Snigdha Roy, and I'm an architect by profession and currently working as assistant professor in Geetam School of Architecture, Hyderabad campus in Geetam deemed to be university. So I all welcome you all to the GSoA webinar series 2022 on the topic of successful career in architecture organized by Geetam School of Architecture, Hyderabad for the aspiring students of architecture, their parents, guardians, and mentors. So the series consists of webinars on every Saturday and Sunday. And this webinar series will go on till October 2022. So on every Saturday, Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12:30, we are going to have 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. We will have this webinar series. So we are actually connecting with all industry experts and also academicians so that they can share their journey as an architect. And also one small announcement is that the Geetam School of Architecture, Hyderabad also welcomes you all for the open house, which will be conducted in 4th September. Actually, yes. So, yes. So details of the open house will be announced soon. So please, I will share with you the links of Instagram, Facebook, and our LinkedIn page so that you can get updates about the open house as well, which will be conducted on 4th September. So now with indeed honor, I introduce you Professor Sunil Kumar G, who is our director of Geetam School of Architecture, Hyderabad. So a brief introduction about sir.
Yes, Sikdar. We will not do ours first, mine first. We'll have Vinod's first. All right.
Okay,
So
sure,
introduce
sir.
Vinod. We'll start off with Vinod.
Okay,
Okay.
sure, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So now today our guest speaker, today our presenter for the webinar series is architect Vinod Krishna. I welcome you, sir. Thank you for joining the webinar.
Thank
And,
you. The pleasure is mine. Yeah.
Yes. So architect Vinod Krishna did Bachelor of Architecture from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. He did Diploma in Animation from Barnard College of Animation and Game Art at Vancouver, Canada. He worked as architectural visualizer in well-established firms in India and abroad. And he co-founded in 2015 Amaya 360 and has a clientele in India and around worldwide. So, so we are all here to listen to his journey as an architect, as an architectural visualizer. And yes, today we will get an opportunity to look all his works. And I invite architect Vinod sir to talk about his journey. Welcome, sir.
Hello, everyone. As Stignat told, Mr. Roy told me that I'm an architect. I did Bachelor's of Architecture in AU. But my main career started my career in 3D things and presentation, 3D visualization and presentation from the starting. So I know my strength that I was good at 3D, but I'm not good at designing the building. I'm good at showing the building good. So I realized that I'm good at that one, and I started my career in that one. So the 3D started when I think one first year or second year I was introduced to 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point perspectives. Basically, this is where my whole interest in perspective started. Basically, this is where my interest in the perspectives, drawings, how to present. It's changed my life completely. The learning of the perspective changed my life completely. So from there, that day onwards, I was drawing a lot of things. I'm doing modeling, I'm doing renderings, I do movies, a lot of other things, which I'll show you right now in a few minutes. After that, after a second year, I started working for one of my professors doing the renderings for him and for his projects. I used to do apartment renders and few other things. And after the BR, I joined Kritika, Mr. Sudhir Reddy, architect Sudhir Reddy. He recommended me that I should pursue my career in 3D more than in architecture. He realized that I'm not good at architecture. So that's how it started. And I did my diploma in animation and game art. And then I started working as a in-house architectural visualizations for a lot of other firms in here and Canada. Then I moved back here and I started this company called Amaya 360, and we started doing renderings from that day onwards, and we didn't stop that day onwards at all. So this is the first thing is that I'll show you how what we are. Let me share my screen if I can. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see the screen? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is the few drawings I dig up from my early days, where you can see I did only spend time on presentation, making these things. This was hand drawn, obviously. So this is the campus. All hatch was done by that rotring pens. I used to spend a lot of time in doing renderings. Yeah, this is one of my second year of PR where I did. The design is bad, I agree, but the presentation is I used to spend more time on writing this canteen than doing this drawing. So I used to burn the sheet. I used to present myself very good. I mean, most of my faculty was really impressed with the presentation, and they didn't comment on the design that, you did wrong in this design. Everyone was talking about presentation. How did you do this? How did you do this? How did you do this? It slowly started. Okay, then we realized, okay, the presentation is good. Then I started, presentation. So all the fonts were handmade completely. Let's just spend hours and hours and hours and doing just the presentation, nothing else. The drawing design was done in less than 30 minutes or 1 hour. It's just a presentation which takes me the whole night to present it, basically. That's what. So this is one more fisherman village day. Everything is hand drawn, everything is handwritten, and few photographs we took back then. It was in 2002, basically. So you can see that black ink to white ink to black ink. Things like experimenting with presentation, how good we are, section of a front elevation sections. So I realized my strength from very early on my early days that I'm good at presenting stuff than designing stuff. So as you can see, these are the few shades where black and white. This was done in 2002, basically 2003. That's approximately that. So that was the whole thing. And I'll show you the perspective which changed my life was this. I used to love what this was. Basically, the perspective, one perspective was the game changer for me. Basically, it's a complete game changer for me. Learning 2-point perspective. So the presentation, all the drawings, there were drawings, so many things. I tried to dig up so many drawings, but I could find only few. That's the thing, and that's how it started. And these were the early stages of 2002 renders. Basically, if you can see, this is a GSoA. So if I can show you the renders. Yeah, so these are the renders what we used to do at that time. Basically, it was not so good. The technology was not so good. So these things are renders completely. Here, this is a render we did. These are the early renders what we used to do. At that time, when there was no V-Ray, there was no Corona F-Stop, anything. This was the early stages of 3ds Max getting into artificial visualizations, basically. Yeah, things like this. I used to do a lot of time on presenting stuff. So people used to hire me just to present the stuff, basically. From early days of my career. People used to send me just to present the drawing, how good their presentation, which makes a lot of sense now, because to sell a property, you need to have a good photographs. I mean, if the model is, if the photographer is good, you can sell anything. That's what my principle was from the early stage. The same thing happens here as well. If 3D rendering is good, you can sell the product. I mean, not everything I'm talking about. It's just, let's take that. If you are planning to buy a flat, an apartment, you will go to the one which has a good rendering, good marketing material. So yeah, those are the things. And as soon as I say there were early days of rendering, if I say 3D visualization, what comes to your mind is, I think the first thing comes is this thing. These were the 3D rendering what old age was doing, and people are still doing it now. So we took this whole rendering concept to the different level, completely different level. I will show you some of our works, what we are currently doing right now. This is our portfolio. So this is our portfolio from 2019 to 2020. After that, we didn't renew our portfolio. So whatever you see here is a rendering, complete CG 3D Max based renderings. So this is about our team. This is our profile. Just to show you, this is a farmhouse which we did for a very good friend of mine, basically. Sorry, we did this farmhouse for this, and whatever you see is completely built in 3ds Max. It was for this project. And this is a restaurant in, I think, sorry, don't forget, this is in Poland somewhere. Basically, I don't know the exact place. We keep forgetting this place. So this is in Poland, a restaurant. Basically, it's called Botanical Bar. The concept was botanical, so they gave us design and we designed it. And this is some of the apartments where in Hyderabad, where we did in the early stages of our career. Basically. So I'll just go through some of these are the villas in Hyderabad. You can see the villa style. And these are some of the marketing materials we produce, basically. How the project name is Courtyard, so they wanted to show the courtyard. So these are some of the villas project and a few other projects. So this is for Mr. Sudhir Reddy, Kritika, where he did renting for him. Basically, these are some of the interiors for him. And this is for 23 square feet. This is for Hallmark. It's just producing showing the building as good you can show. Sorry to say this, but even if the architecture is bad, my responsibility is to show it good. Doesn't matter. It's not that's out of the question. You cannot complain that the building is not good. You have to show no matter whatever the architecture is, you have to make sure it's good. That's it. That's the only principle what we run on. There are a few other projects. You can see that textures of this building is being shown. So it's well-established community. People are pushing boundaries right now. So this is a farmlands concept which we used to do. Yeah. So this is the works, and you can follow. You can see on Instagram some of our recent works as well. This is some of the videos clips what we keep sharing it. So it's just few other groups basically. So we didn't updated our form, but I'm sure I will show you how the whole process is there basically. Yeah, it's the same render as what we have. I will show you some of more works basically how these things work. I'll show you that one as well. Apart from that, there are some. Just give me a second. I'll show you some of our. And everyone can hear me, right? Yeah. So let me show you some of our works basically. Just have a look right now. So yeah, that's few of our works basically. I can show, keep on going. We have so many of them actually. I just randomly can put some. This is something more subtle other than before, much more calm. But yeah, so there are, just skip through. I mean, it's going to take forever. We have so many videos. So yeah, Yes, that. So yeah, we are now we are in a industry is so young right now. I mean, everyone wants 3D renders, 3D visualization artists. We are looking for all these movie makers. We're looking for editors. We are looking for concept artists. Think us as a movie director for the architectures. Basically, it's like making an RRR movie for an apartment whose the developer is going to sell it. I mean, there are some very good companies in India and in outside India. They are doing marvelous work, things you can't even imagine how good they are. Let me show you one of my favorites. Basically, sorry about that. I have to keep sharing this. So this is called Mir. They are, I think, they are based in Norway. Yeah, they are based in Norway basically. So this is their work. How good, whatever you see is 3D rendering. It's nothing is photographed about it. Everything is completely CG basically. So this is what they do. I mean, they are one of the best in the world right now. And the compositions, the lighting, the colors, what they use is beautiful. Every tree is a CG. I mean, CG computer generated. They are 3D models basically. That's how it's all started. So I just go through them. It's called mir.no. They are the best, I think. They are beautiful in storytelling basically. They have very good movies as well. They are too good. They are. So I'll show you what India is right now, what kind of movies India is producing. I mean, let's say at first for very good. Put this one. This was done by a studio in India. They are very good at it. Basically, whatever they do is they do amazing.
Vinod, I think your audio is not being shared.
Oh, that's very important actually.
Yeah.
Well, you can share again and select share with audio. There is
Okay.
two options in the
Okay.
share. In the Zoom.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Let me share
Yes.
again. Sharing is very important. Audio is very important. Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay, audio is very important because all the movies.
that's what. Yeah.
So look how they are made property which RRR level basically. To sell the property, people do so many things. So that's how the industry is going. I mean, we are pushing boundaries, people are pushing boundaries, we are making movies to the next level. I mean, this is one of the best videos I see. Not one of them. I can show you the videos way better than this. I mean, they are like, if you rate this as out of 10, I would rate them 8 or 9. 8 basically. The 10 videos are like extremely good. The storytelling, how they tell the story. So it's just not rendering basically. Now industry has gone into so deep now. There are movie makers coming into the picture. Beautiful composers are coming into the picture right now to just to make a very good artificial 3D movie. So it's a very young industry, and we are looking for the people with talent. We will train them basically. We are open to train them basically how what. But one good advantage is that if you are an architect, you will understand better how to show space than a random guy who does. There are people who does rendering where he doesn't know what he's doing basically. He just put up the building. The tree won't be to the scale. The car is not to the scale, the people who are not to the scale, everything is out of proportions. Things like that is there. But if you're an artist, if you're an architect, sorry about that. If you're an architect, definitely it will help you a lot about how to place, where to place the camera, where to how much is a tree scale, is a tree too big, is a tree is the right place, can I put a tree there, can I not put a tree there? There are a few things that. And one more advantage of this one is that since you are a 3D artist, right? So you have to deal with architects, you have to deal with landscape designers, you have to deal with interior designers, you have to deal with the lighting consultant, you have to deal with MEPs. So you deal with a lot of consultants, and you started, learning those things. I mean, you will understand over a period. You will understand that there are some decisions you can take. I mean, you have to be a landscape architect. You know that you will be understanding that which trees are coming into the picture, which trees cannot put in the rendering, which trees you cannot put on the slab, which trees cannot put on the ground. There are so many things you'll start understanding that okay, this goes into here, this goes here. And same thing, we'll start understanding interior designing as well. Is it too gaudy? Maybe we can lighten up the wall. Maybe we can replace the sofa with different sofa. So you need to have that architect's knowledge to come into this picture, and it will help a lot to faster the process in the thing. This is what we do, and there are many other softwares, I mean, which does produce, and we don't rely on the softwares to get to the best render. One thing is that there is not a single button which you push it, if you press it, and the whole render comes up. It doesn't work like that. So we hire only artists basically. We don't care about if you know the software. If you don't know the software, we don't care, because the software can be learned in less than 30 days. All we care about is that do you have an eye to look at the picture and sell that picture to somebody. That's what we do. We look at the people something and attention to the details basically. If every detail is visible, are we doing it right? Are we doing it wrong? Maybe we can show some different views to the client. So I'll just show you what we are. I have to show you one more thing before this. We currently are working on a project. What we do basically, let me share. This is the project we are working on currently. So this is what the storyboard looks like basically. We just started this yesterday. So I'll just show you the renders for this one as well. So just to understand the scale of the project, this is the project. It's called Project Constructions basically. I'll just run through a few of the things and the clubhouse. This thing. And again, these are all just still renders for the camera and the finalization. They are not finalized yet. So it's a huge, massive structure. So so this is what the storyboard looks like, so still camera with movement of water, building reflection. Shot number 1, time of the shot is night. You can read that view from the car towards the building. Shot number 2, time is night, and you can understand. You will develop this story, the whole living area. The camera movement is something like this, which rotate the camera movements. It's just pre-planned, and we plan this a lot. The person who does these things is an architect as well, and he's very good at storytelling. I mean, he's very good how to tell a story. So he's good at this. So we hired him as to tell a story. He just do this basically. His job is to tell a story. So he tells a story, and my people will take care of the quality control, lighting, everything. So the industry doesn't need the people who just have software skills. We need people, who tell story, who has a good photography skills. If you are good at, let me stop sharing. If you are good at movie making, we need people who are good at movie making. If you are good at photography, we need people who does good compositions. If you are good at colors, you need people who does the color gradings. So architecture is the base point. I mean, it will definitely help you a lot to understand the scale, to understand the client. It will help you a lot, and it will basically, this is a new industry and people are looking aggressively to hire in visualization. We need people. I mean, I know I'm in the industry and I need people to do this because as you know that, right, RRR cannot be done with the Rajmouli alone. It has to be done with a lot of team members, and there has to be talented team members. So the movie like this cannot be done by me alone. I need a team group. We have a group discussion every movie. We have a discussion that, okay, how do we place this camera? So everything happens like just physically making a movie, but in a CG, in a computer basically. You're typically making a movie basically, and this movie comes in 3 minutes basically. The movies are maximum of 3 minutes. So these 3 minutes you have to give your best, and this has to be done in 2 months. The 3 minutes video has to be done in 2 months. That's the timeline currently the industry is taking, and the major maximum is 4 to 5 months. But the earlier you produce, the future business is basically. So we are trying to balance between the time and quality. So it's between 2 months to 3 months. We are planning to produce 1 movie. My target is to produce at least 1 movie every month. We are pushing very hard to do that, which is highly impossible to do that right now. So currently we are producing 1 movie in 2 months. So that's how it is. So the more team members we get it, the better the quality is basically. So it's fun. I mean, there is no restriction. I mean, you can go wild basically. You can build buildings on the cloud if you can. There are some conceptual projects we do. Basically, we try to have fun with building on the clouds. There is no structural requirement. There is no design development, and you don't have to build it. You can build it. Imagine. So it's just mind-boggling how imaginative you can get. Basically, that's the advantages of it. I'm not good at. I was not good at going to the site, making people work, making working drawings, make sure it's right. I was good at just design, show the people, and done. So I was good at that. So I did that. That's it. I mean, if you have any questions, just let me know. I will answer them.
Yeah, Vinod, a brief about the journey, like from
Yes.
your architecture till here, how you have learned these skills and how you have
Okay,
created this professional, what you say?
So there is nothing. There was no course. Basically, I learned on my own. I learned in the early days. I learned 3D. It was simple back then. 3D Max was simple. All you have to do is 3D in CAD and export it to 3ds Max, and you have to do one simple lighting, and it was done basically. So it was like that, and I slowly I started my first render was done by me in 2003. So it's almost like 20 years now basically. So look at the images, how it took me 20 years to get it here basically. And yes, there are people who does get it in 3 years basically. So if you are talented enough, you're artist enough, you can get it. Now the softwares are developed as well. The technology keeps growing here basically, and you have to keep learning. So I started my first in 2003 on my own. I started my thing, and Srinivas Rao, I think you know TSSR, right? He is the one who gave me a lot of work basically. Can you render this house? Can you render this apartment? And can you render this commercial complex? So I used to do at least at least 10 images every week, basically. So I was fast learning and I was keep producing it. And then TSSR, my professor sent me to a company called Kritika, which is Sudhir Reddy. I used to work for him, and he's a detailed guy person. He was, his drawings are very well detailed. He have to be very specific. He specified even the bolt size and the nut size as well in the drawing space. He was so detailed. So I was not good at drawing as well. I was good at making, and so he realized that, okay, are you good at 3D? Let's do 3D. You do 3D. So I used to keep on doing 3D series. Then he told me, I said I want to pursue next career. And so he suggested me that, okay, don't go into architecture, don't go into construction management. And, all my friends were going into construction management, project management, interior designing, masters in architecture. One of my friends in lighting designing, basically went in lighting designing, and I was very confused. I know, and people were like, hey, why do you want to pursue 3D rendering? It's a very, at that time they used to look 3D rendering as a labor skill job, basically. It's not as skill job, as artistic job as that. But I wanted to do this. I mean, let's see what happens. If anything goes wrong, I can come back to architecture and start like it's just not a big. So I took the decision that I want to do 3D. Let's do 3D. So I took that decision very hardly, and I started that, and I did my animation course. I finished it. I did my game art designing, environment designing, basically. It's all in 3D. Then I was hired in Canada for doing all these jobs. 3D visualization. I worked there for 3 years, basically, and I realized how the work culture was for the creative people, how the creative culture should be. It's not a single person who does the job. It has to be a teamwork. So I learned that in Canada, basically, how the team works in a creative person. Then I came back and implemented the same thing here, and it worked out very well right now. And again, the issue is that we in India, in Hyderabad, the work culture is a little bit different than what we there. So here, everyone is not so keen about art, basically. They're keen about the technical part, basically, and that's what the whole thing is. We train them. It's not important right now. So we train them, groom them that how art is really important, and we get a lot of resumes from Ahmedabad, Delhi, Mumbai. But in Hyderabad right now, we are scarce of artists. Basically, we need artists as much as we can. I mean, we get a lot of resumes from movie making. I mean, the people who are interested in movie making, they apply to us, but they don't have knowledge of architecture. Basically, that's where the whole dilemma. So once the movie they want to do us, they know they want to do it, but they don't know how to do it. Since they are movie making business, they don't know how to show building, basically. So all they care about plants, people walking in the front. So they concentrate more on that. So we drag them out of that mentality and show that, okay, it's a space. It's not just the people who is there. It's a space, basically. I can show the scale of the building. It's just not this. So that's how we try to prove them, and we keep improving it every time we keep improving it. And right now, currently we are serving more than 50 clientele in Hyderabad and abroad, basically. So yeah.
It was a very revealing presentation, Vinod. Actually, I was I thought I will ask you that question, like how that landscape detailing, whatever you have showed, did you do it on yourself, or landscape architect has given you all the details?
So, yes, usually what happens, sir, so once you start working with landscape architect, for example, Naveen Associates, we've been working with Naveen Associates at the moment. I think it was 7 projects right now we are working with it. So we understand his language. At early stage, we know that it was difficult for us. Now we understand his language. So he just sent us the hardscape drawing. Oh, there is a pavement, there is a pergola, and we know his ideas. We know his language, we understood. So we take it from there. The same thing happens for Mr. Soumya, does a different kind of landscaping. Ravikar is a different kinds of landscaping. So we understand their language, what kind of trees they are wanted. So it was the first 2 projects are a little bit learning stage for each of us. Once we understand their language, we go for it. That's
Yes.
how.
The detailing that you have shown, the colors of the flowers, then
Yes,
the
now
textures of the plants. So I
yes.
was.
So yes, that's the stage everyone is pushing, sir. That's what is happening right now. I mean, industry is pushing so hard on
Yeah.
creating good movies. They are even now we are even changing. We are also matching the color of the trees to the building, basically. The color of the leaf should match the building color. Basically, it should not be completely offset. So we are doing that as well at that level of detailing we are going. And one tree, if you look at some of the works, the trees, the greenery should match with the rest of the greenery. So that's what the whole industry
The
is.
canopies,
Yes,
the
everything
canopies, the density.
the density has to match, it has to be lush green, it has to be,
Yes.
you know, perfectly balanced. So it's just not architecture, you have to be dealing with lands. Same thing, once the camera goes inside the building, you have the same principle for the interiors, basically.
Yeah.
Again, you have to
Interiors
take,
at least, yeah, interiors at least we can understand that a lot of detailing is given, but landscape, I'm
Yeah.
actually very surprised the work that you have done.
yes, this is the
Kudos
bottleneck.
for the
Yes,
work.
thank you, sir. The landscape is very hard and it's very time taking right now. So yes, we have to select the trees very carefully and place them very carefully. It should not look very awkward. It should look perfectly placed trees. So this is where the whole gold mine is there. So how good you are placing trees, this is where the whole gold mine is.
The architecture, no, it reveals itself with nature, and that you have done.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. That's how it should do it. You
Yes.
cannot just put building and make it look good. It has
Yes.
to be something which shows that okay, this building looks good because the how it's placed in the environment. So
Yes.
how good it merged with the environment. That's how the good is.
Good. It
Yes.
was great presentation, and the inputs that are going into your work, they are actually
Yes,
very.
it's actually a lot of fun. Trust me, guys. It looks hard, but once you get, if you're good at movie making, if you're good at working with the computers, you're working with the technology. It's beautiful place right now. The real RT is coming out. VR is coming. VR is in the picture. Real time rendering is in the picture. Unreal is coming. There's so much technology is going on. Same thing, movie making is there. I mean, so good movie makers are there right now. This is the entry level for most of the things. You can show architecture, you can show your movie making skills, you can show your photography skills, composition skills. It's just not architecture, it's completely combined industry. It's stressful and it's fun. If you are having your job as a hobby, you will never lose hope. Trust me, you will have fun. I work from morning 8 to evening 9. I work here basically. So I like what I do. I just keep on doing renderings, composition skills, and that's what we do. So I never fed up with my job. Yes.
Yes, Snigdha, please carry on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speak it.
Thank you so much, sir, for
No
the
problem.
inspiring thoughts. And we got the opportunity to see all your works and all. So it was very interesting. Like, interesting is a very short word. Like, very mind-boggling, and how you have shown your journey. Like, everything was so interesting and very eye-catching. And also, I would like to share to the students also that like, you need to, like, we as a, not only as architect, we need to have a creative mind. We need to have a
Yes.
creative mind, and that like comes by practice. Somebody has by birth, somebody comes derived
I
by.
don't believe in this. The creative is by birth. Trust me, I was not
Yes.
creative at all. It's just keep on practicing. I mean, the creative comes. I feel that creative comes once you recognize what you're good at and what makes you okay. I need to get up. What makes you sit on the bench and work it. There's something you love. Just that's you have to figure out what you love. Once you figure out, you keep learning it. You keep improving it. You keep improving it. Keep improving it. It will be done. It will be done. Basically, there are some the learners which are fast learners, some are very quick learners. How quick we will learn, and how fast we will get more creative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was saying also that practice also makes the
Yes.
constant practice, the constant dedication. Like as you were saying, 2 months just to create the 3-minute video. So that constant, what you say, that dedication, the amount of hard work, the amount of patience, sincerity towards doing to generate that outcome is very commendable. And how the sound effects, everything needs to be balanced, all the materiality aspect, all the lighting aspect and all. So and also how the camera position has to be,
Yes.
camera position at what angle and all. And also the most interesting part, that before coming in into our final product, the process, like the storyboard formation, it's like a script of the movie, like how the series of the what shots will be created, what timeline it would be created, whether it is going to be daytime, nighttime, or evening and all. So that, and also like we as architects or we as designers have to be, as we are in this creative field, we need to we need to learn how to express our creative work through this drawings and all, through this drawings, through this works and all. So less of talking, but your work makes speak to everyone. So yes, that is very inspiring.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yes, sir. So I would like every student, like everyone, to be a part of this question answer session. And I would request all attendees to clarify their queries. You can also unmute yourself, or you can even write in the chat box whatever your queries are. It's a very great opportunity, so please make the best out of it.
Hi Vinod, this is Ganesh.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a question.
Yes.
So, now the future is all about VR and multiverse.
Yes.
Right now, everything. So I want to know your take and the people who are coming into the industry. So how they can use this one and what is all about.
See, right now VR is not good at architecture. I mean, they are good at. It's not bad at architecture. Bad for architectural presentation is good. There are companies which does the VR as well. So what was the scenario was there was a very fine balance right now. So VR has to have a very good quality to be impressed. Right. So before there was not good technology to show the VR. Now the something called Unreal Engine, which is a game engine basically. It used to develop a game. It developed a lot. So now the VR level quality is as good as the movie quality right now. What you have just seen, the VR quality is as good as you've seen. But in the market, right now we are not able to sell the VR as good as the movies. People want to see the movies. So we are trying to push the VR as well, but it's not it's not picking up in the market as in the real estate industry. They want to see the movie because movie is what I feel that Indians are connected to. I mean, movie is something where the music has to come. It's just not the picture basically. It has to be the whole senses has to open up. But for the VR is just just looking at the picture, which doesn't do that justice to sell the product.
Okay, so this is Ganesh from Zahadi's Architects. So you know me.
Sorry, yeah. Ganesh.
I'm just asking you because
he's my classmate. Everyone said Ganesh is my classmate. We used to go together. Yeah, Zahadi is I think you guys are working on VR.
Because in the office, most of the clients who come to the office, they generally ask us a VR. So we generally give them, because we have our own stuff in the office. So we give the client this VR stuff, they look into it, they can walk into it. Now we are moving into multiverse. Yeah. So we are doing cities and all into multiverse. So it's not much into India. Yeah. So I just want to know your take and what your office is doing.
What's happening in India right now is that since you are an architect, you are presenting it, right? What we are doing is my company is towards the developer side. Imagine you are selling your apartment. So there are websites. I mean, what we do is we give the VR and we'll link it to the website basically. It's called Smart Website. So as soon
Okay.
as the client goes, suppose you are buying an apartment in My Home. So you
Yes.
go to My Home website, there is a link, you click on the block, which block you want to buy it. You want to look at, say I want to look at 2 BHK. You click on the 2 BHK. As soon as you click on 2 BHK, we'll produce the villa basically. So you can just
Okay,
walk
okay.
around, you can just walk around, look around and come back and say, okay, I didn't like this one, I'll go to 3 BHK. You can just go walk around and come around. So what we do is we take that data and we give this to the client basically saying that, okay, there is a site that is sitting in the London looking at your 2 BHK apartment and 3 BHK apartment, and his contact information is Facebook this, and we'll produce this to the developer. So he knows that you are interested in that apartment. So
Okay.
VR is helping us to do that basically, which flat they are getting into basically.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I just want to know whether
Yeah.
you guys
So
into it or not.
yes, it will. We are into it, but we are not completely immersive in it because client is not as good as movie making right now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, please everyone feel free to ask. It's a very good opportunity.
Yeah, I think you can just write me to. I'll send you the. You can just mail me if you have any questions. I'll send my email address to as well, or else you can just Instagram me, or I'll send it back in the text if you have any questions. So yes, we are also looking for the people who are very talented and artistic people. No matter how good you are, any field, if you are good at something, just write us. We'll help you out in something. Okay.
Snigdha, I think we will not do my session because all the students here are our students from 7th semester. Many students joined Vinod to listen to you, and I think they are inspired by seeing your work.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you very much.
yeah. It was actually very, very nice of you that you showed us the work that you are doing.
Thank you,
And giving a lot of insights. Yeah, I think
Sure, sir,
Muktesh has a
definitely,
question
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Muktesh is our associate professor. Yeah, continue.
I Vinod, very
Hello.
good. I have seen that long presentation. What was the project? I missed it. With an eagle.
Albania.
Albania is not NCC Urbana, right? It's not that.
Yes.
The same NCC Urbana?
No, it's in Kolkata, basically.
Albania is Kolkata. I was a little confused. How come? Because I have been to NCC Urbana very recently. I didn't see that kind
No,
of.
this is a Kolkata project, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very excellent work. Seriously, I think you have chosen this career. I can say, I mean, it's a wonderful decision, no doubt. One thing coming into my mind, behind every successful architect, there is 3D visualization.
Yes, that's true. It's not.
Whatever the design we do, you are beautifying it.
No, sir, it's not like that. Trust me. There are some architects which we spend very little time to make it look good. I mean, some projects we don't have to do anything. We have to do just put one few trees and sunlight. The image automatically looks good. Some images we have to go through head and neck to just to make it. How can I make it look good? We pull our hair. Some projects are horrible, and some. It all depends upon architecture. If architecture is good, doesn't matter which angle I put it, it will look good. Basically,
there are some common clients between with Sudhir Susan, with me also. EIPL. I'm sure EIPL you worked with them.
Yeah, we are working currently with Cornerstone right now.
Cornerstone, yes, they are my clients. So after seeing your brochure, then I can see what. Of course, the visual is very good. It is not. I can say 70 to 80% is on site.
Yeah. Now we just started working on EIPM right now. We just started it.
I know.
So we just got the whole inputs. We are waiting for some inputs to come into the picture, basically.
Yeah. So even the landscape architect Sharath is my classmate. I mean.
Yes. Okay. We spoke to him. He's supposed to visit my office, but he didn't come. But I had to call back in and see that.
Yeah. So that's nice. So I can see there are so many common,
Yeah, we work with a lot of architects in Hyderabad. Like most of the architects, you name it, I can tell you some or other projects we might have worked with together.
I really appreciate, because earlier in 2013-14 time, we used to approach Mumbai, Bangalore, or even China. Sometimes some architects approaching China to get the renders from.
Renders done. Yes, I remember that days. Basically, they used to go to Singapore, China to get the renders done.
I really appreciate we have somebody local.
Yes, it's a
So
very
much-
it's a scare now. We are overloaded with work. We cannot take any more work because we are understaffed. Basically, it's just happening everywhere.
Right.
But this is a very good industry to come into the right now. It's a very right time. There are
Right.
very few people in Hyderabad who's and also the Hyderabad clientele wants the person. Every project they want their local team to be present in Hyderabad. That's very much comfortable right now. So that's what.
Control. They'll
Mm.
have control on the delivery. And
Yes, deliveries, and they can come to visit what is the process. They do, if it's in Mumbai, they have to come fly. I mean, this is a very big process. So they are trying to avoid they are trying to hire the local people.
Yes.
Where is your office?
We are located in Madhapur, behind Jubilee Ridge Hotel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's where we are.
Happy to see you. Sure, we'll meet you soon.
Sure, definitely, sir. Anytime, yes, we are a good coffee lover, so anytime if anything looks like good coffee, please
Sure.
but we have a variety of coffees. Just will have a coffee, catch up with coffee.
Students, a small message. Actually, it's Vinod from Andhra University. He chosen PG work. I really appreciate the passion. He could understand the strengths. I'm sure Vinod rightly said we are not really born creative people. So many people have a misunderstanding that creativity comes by birth, something. Really, no, never. It's just by work. When you committed to your work, definitely you will be doing whatever you're doing is the best work. So like Vinod, I can see his work in the initially you were showing the manual work, and then there is no real what do you call the relation, directly relation to the if that is so good, of course this is also so it's not really like that because of the softwares, and I think you're working continuously committed without any rest. I understand.
Yes, sir. We are shutting down this weekend
To
to
achieve
just
this scale, it takes time.
it's just
but
too much, sir. I'm still surprised why didn't I lose my hair yet? I don't know. I should have gone long back, but I don't know. The only thing keeps surviving that I'm just love what I do. That's the only thing I do.
Yes.
That basically that's why I'm losing. I have my hair. Otherwise, as much
So
as
that is one what do you say great thing about architecture is like you love your work, whatever you are doing.
Yes,
For
yes.
every architect,
I mean, there is some. I mean, I feel there was everyone has a moment when they change their life completely. This 2-point perspective thing, I still remember it's changed my career completely. But I still remember that it was very interesting to me. And the second thing was if I never worked with Sudhir Reddy, and he would never suggest me to go to 3D. I would have gone to some project management, some architecture, some interior design, I don't know. So he recommended me. So my suggestion is that not to go directly to the masters, just work for a bit. You realize understand the depth of the water before you jump in. Basically, are you really up for it, or you want to give up something? You are using something best for nothing, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vinod.
Thank you, sir.
So much for your
Pleasure is
time.
mine.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Vinod.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. So I'll take you.
Yeah, formally vote of thanks, Snigdha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And a big round of applause for being so.
Thanks, sir. It's not
Yes, and yes, like.
And actually, like everyone, if you can switch on your videos, we'll take a photograph with Vinod sir.
Ganesh,
Yes,
everyone, please switch on your webcam so that we can have a photograph.
Yes. One thing, I think Ganesh is working with Jaha Hadid.
Yes, he is working with Zaha. Ganesh, are you there?
Yeah, yes.
Switch on your camera, man.
Hi, Ganesh.
No, I just got up, man. I just got up to listen to your listen to you.
We are not doing the modeling here. We are just here as an actor.
Okay, Ganesh, I need some sort of guidance to one of my students of other. So he's more interested in parametric kind of designs. I'll approach you once. I'll give his portfolio and send you. Or he needs some guidance to develop, more working on the param. He's more passionate with, inspired by Jaha's work. So
Yeah, sure, definitely.
if anything is suitable or capable, then you can guide him, please. I'll
Yeah,
contact,
sure.
I'll contact you through, Vinod and you. I'll find out your number or email ID.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Ganesh, you can share it in the chat itself.
In the chat box. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I can share my personal email ID. So
Right.
Thank you.
thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Ganesh here is a very good artist. Trust me, you should look his artwork. He was amazing what he did actually back then. I remember Ganesh was did one Rishi painting. He's an award winner. If you guys know that, he was awarded by the President of India at some point. He did one painting. I still remember his name. It was so good. One Rishi doing tapasya. He did one painting. It was amazing painting. Trust me, I still remember. Ganesh, do you still have that painting?
Yeah, it should be there somewhere.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, nowadays Zaha don't give any time for this all.
Yeah, so we are in the same boat, boss.
Means seeing you from where we are together in the college and now where we are, it's really amazing.
That's so surprising.
Yeah, different paths, but in a very different level. It's nice seeing you.
Sigda, you should actually follow up Ganesh. He can be another resource person for our webinar.
You should actually.
Yes, sir. I was unaware about it, but after listening so much, I will definitely approach sir, and it will be a great opportunity to invite you, sir, also as a guest speaker, so that everyone gets a broad idea about your work and your journey also. So it will inspire everyone.
Yeah, actually, we are trying to inspire students and also give them confidence about the career as an architect. So that is the reason we have been inviting all cross sections of architectural professionals. So we have been doing.
So one suggestion I can give you, because after doing BArch, means for example in our class itself, where Vinod, me, and few more people are there like Kaushik and all, we went into different fields, but we worked with many international architects. Means something amazing where the students who are there now should know what different kinds of career paths are there. For example, how Vinod introduced Sai Krishna, who's doing lighting architecture, who's in a different level.
It's a different. We never thought there was a lighting designing basically.
Yes.
We never heard of it, and he's doing a very successful career in this industry right now. He's in Delhi. He does all 4-star, 5-star plus hospitals in our hotel. Sorry.
Yeah, we have leading lights in our Venusters group. So we have been asking everyone. So Naveen, Banu, everyone participated. Now
there's one more person who is Kaushik, who is in US. Yeah, Kaushik. He's actually trying to build, means he's into construction and all. He's building all the international architects. He knows how it will be constructed, if you ask me. So he's more knowledgeable. It is worth getting these kind of people into this kind of things, and so that students will know what is the world around.
Yes. Definitely, Sai Ganesh, thank you for being here and actually giving us some more inputs and resources. We will definitely look into it.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. It's all because of Vinod. So he sent a link. So
I didn't send the link.
Satyababu
Satyababu sent the link. Satyababu sent the link. I didn't send the link.
Satyababu sent the link.
Yes, I wanted to be as incognito mode as Mark.
Which location are you working now, Ganesh? Which location? Which office location you're working now?
I'm in UK, London.
London. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sai Ganesh sir, and definitely I will look forward to connect with you soon as well. And so, good afternoon, everyone. So I would conclude the session with a small brief about vote of thanks. So I would like to thank our most valued today's invited guest architect Vinod Krishna sir, and all my architecture department colleagues in the university fraternity finally are and all our webinar attended dignitaries and the BR aspirants and all the students who are doing architecture also in our college. So it's my privilege to have been asked to propose this vote of thanks. So sir, your presentation and your journey proves that there is no boundaries for creative professionals in architecture. And yes, this is again an inspiration that why we should encourage the students or the aspirants and others also to pursue their career in architecture. And also after doing architecture, there are so many diverse paths to lead to other other domains also. So it's very encouraging and very enlightening. So I, on behalf of Geetham School of Architecture, Hyderabad, and the entire Geetham Dean to be University fraternity here together, and on behalf, I would express a heartfelt thanks to today's guest speaker for gracing your important works and sharing your today with your excellent journey in successful career in architecture. And I would like to thank all attendees also who have spared their valuable time. And so yes, finally, so feel free to ask for further queries. And yes, I would like you this there is website also, Geetham, like I can see if you have joined new also, so you can visit our website to see the course details and all. You can visit the campus also to have exposure to faculty labs and library infrastructure and looking at the overall campus level facilities. And also if any queries, we actually constantly post in our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn profile all the updates and all. So please feel to subscribe and all. And also the today's recording session, we are soon going to post it in the YouTube channel also. So everyone can have exposure to the video. And yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
A big thank you for Vinod and Ganesh.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinod Garu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
we can, I think Kanaka is the host. So Kanaka, we can,
Sir.
yeah, stop the meeting.
We can
Right,
end
Vinod?
it. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.